Hi friends, welcome to my channel SG10. Now let us continue chapter 6. Trapped. Oliver was going to fall into Fagin's hands much more easily than anyone thought. As he slowly recovered his health, he tried to think of some way to repay all the loving care he had received in Mr. Brownlow's house. His chance came one day when a messenger delivered a parcel of books for Mr. Brownlow, but left before he could be given some other volumes which Mr. Brownlow had wanted to return to the shop. "Please let me take them, sir," Oliver begged. "I won't be 10 minutes. I will run all the way." Oliver's eyes sparkled with eagerness as Mr. Brownlow gave him the books and a £5 note to cover the bill at the bookshop. Oliver set off briskly. He felt very smart in the new set of clothes Mr. Brownlow had bought for him. They were the first new clothes Oliver had ever worn, for in the workhouse he wore only ragged old clothes other people had discarded. He had nearly reached the bookshop when all of a sudden a young woman stepped into his path. She flung her arms around his neck and to his amazement she started crying. "Oh my gracious, I have found him! My dear lost little brother, I have found him!" It was Nancy. She had just come out of a public house where Fagin and Bill Sikes had been drinking and talking together. She was holding Oliver very tightly as he struggled hard trying to escape. "You are not my sister! You are not! I haven't got a sister!" Oliver kept yelling. Just then he felt Mr. Brownlow's books being snatched from him, and a heavy blow landed on the back of his head. Bill Sikes, hearing the noise and shouting, had come out of the public house to see Oliver struggling with Nancy. Bill hit Oliver again, then grabbed his collar and began dragging the dazed boy through a maze of narrow, winding streets to the place where Oliver dreaded even more than the terrible workhouse, Fagin's den. "Delighted to see you looking so well, my boy," Fagin said in a menacing voice that made Oliver shiver right down his spine. He was trapped. Oliver's heart sank when he thought of his new kind friends and Mr. Brownlow's house. What would they think when he did not return? Perhaps they would think he had run away with Mr. Brownlow's £5 and the valuable books, to say nothing of his fine new suit of clothes. If they thought that, I could not bear it, Oliver said to himself, feeling distraught. That's all in chapter 6. Chapter 7 will continue in the next video. Thank you.